What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you. Now, let's talk about the boy, David Benavidez, who will be in action this weekend. He'll be taking on David Lemieux in a contest at 168 pounds. No one is really expecting David Lemieux at this stage of his career to trouble Benavidez too much. It actually could be it could be a real hazardous fight sorry, David Lemieux at this stage of his career. I know I'm going to get my words twisted up with these guys throughout the whole video, so just bear with me. But Benavidez, man, the topic of this video is he the boogeyman at 168 pounds? Because I'm expecting him to go out there and stop David Lemieux this weekend. He's the bigger man, naturally, of course. He's the heavier hitter. David Lemieux can obviously crack. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of power. Had the knockout of the year a couple of years ago against Curtis Stevens. That was an unbelievable knockout he scored there. So he does have power. The threat is there. But at this stage of his career, he's a bit older now. In terms of physical stature, he's a lot smaller than David Benavidez. This could be, if David Benavidez is on his game, then yeah, he could really take David Lemieux out of there, man, for sure. But I want to speak about him, because David Benavidez is somebody that a lot of people, including Laurie, of course, have, not anointed, but they're looking at him as the guy at 168 for Canelo to fight. That is the one that they want to see Canelo fight. Obviously, Canelo still holds all of the belts at 168 pounds. He moved up to 175 to take on Dimitri Bivol. That was unsuccessful, and it looks like that Canelo will probably go back down in weight. We're not sure yet. There are options on the table. Triple G is an option for a third fight. I reckon that they'll pursue that. Bivol is an option as well for the rematch, but I'm sure he'll be advised against that. But will the Mexican fans allow him to swerve Bivol in that rematch? Because he did say after the fight that he wanted it. If he was to go another direction, will they forgive him for that? I don't know. But David Benavidez is somebody that, his name is on the radar for Canelo. And if he is to put on a good performance this weekend, like many of us believe he will, then, he can continue to push his name out there as somebody, for an opponent for Canelo. Like I said, he's not, I wouldn't say anointed, but there are a lot of people out there that feel if anyone is to beat him at 168, it's this guy. He believes he's the best 168 pounder in the world. Many people will agree. He is a former world champion. He only lost that belt on the scales. So he didn't actually lose it in the ring, but that was down to him as to why he lost it on the scales, man. One of them being missing weight, the other one for substance abuse. Do you know what I mean? Not illegal substances, but it was like, cocaine. And, he hasn't been the most disciplined fighter outside of the ring, but it appears that, he's looking to turn that around. A win here against David Lemieux will push him in the main decision. Yeah, it'll push him in the position to challenge for the honors there. I'm not sure where he is in terms of the rankings, what position he is, whether he's the number one ranked contender or not. But I think he might be actually for the WBC, but I have to double check that out. But yeah, David Benavidez, man, he's been calling out Canelo for a while. He's been calling out everyone, and I'm not really seeing that energy around him. I mean, Caleb Planter said that he will fight him. Charlo doesn't seem to really want it from what I've seen. He was talking about, the vaccine and all that stuff. But Benavidez wants to smoke. Every time I see him in interviews, he wants to fight anyone. So I reckon that he is really in a position to fight these guys, but it's up to the rest of the super middleweights of the world, the likes of a Caleb Plant, a Jamal Charlo, a Demetrius Andrade, if he is to move up there. They're going to have to see this guy, because for me, he looks like the bigger threat at 168 pounds for Canelo, for sure. If he wants to underline that status, then he's willing to go through these other guys to prove it. But I'm not really seeing the same sort of energy from Charlo. Maybe Plant seems to want it, but I'm not really seeing the same sort of energy towards Benavidez, man. And from what I'm seeing, it looks like he wants to smoke with everyone. Even Canelo Alvarez has said that he's not really willing to fight another Mexican at this stage. Benavidez is Mexican-American, so I don't know if that counts. You know what I mean? Like he's half American, half Mexican, I believe. So does that not qualify for a fight against Alvarez? I'm not sure, but I don't agree with anything like that. But I just want to see Benavidez in with a top quality opponent, somebody that would feel like they'll be able to push him, somebody like a Plant or a Charlo to eventually get to Canelo Alvarez. He's willing to do that. He's willing to actually step in and fight these guys now. So let's see it. I think this weekend here against David Lemieux is I'll be surprised if the fight goes more than 6 rounds, if I'm being honest. You never know in boxing, but I can't see this going more than 6 rounds because David Lemieux doesn't really have much to him in terms of, like, he's not a mover. He's not able to really switch up his strategy like that. And he's not going to be able to, beat Benavidez at his own game. Like, he's not the bigger man. He's not the bigger puncher. And that is what Lemieux really relies on. With Benavidez, he's not just a big puncher, but he is also a great boxer as well. He's got great activity. He throws punches in bunches, and they're with power as well. So he's a big guy, strong guy, punches with authority, has a lot of activity. He does have the potential to give Canelo problems, man. If he was to fight at him at 168, that would be a great fight that we want to see. But he's got the chance to underline his status as the #1 guy to fight Canelo at that weight. I don't see that fight happening anytime soon, though. I reckon that Canelo will probably take the Triple G fight in September, and then maybe Benavidez could be in a position to challenge Canelo next year. But I just know that people like Laurie, other people that I've spoken to, when they ask who is the one that they would like to see Canelo fight, Benavidez is not far away from that list. So let me know what you guys think, man. Is he the boogeyman of the division? Do these guys really want to step in with him? We got a chance to see Benavidez in action this weekend and see, what he can do, whether he can underline his status as one of the best super middleweights in the world. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below, guys. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.